Have you ever wanted crochet to bloom right off the hook? The thistle stitch looks like a field of flowers, but it's way easier than it seems. Today we're turning yarn into blossoms. So tell me, do you like your crochet stitches flat and simple, or do you love when they pop off the fabric with texture? Tell me, are you team flat or are you team popcorny? Hey crochet friends, I'm Mo, your crochet companion. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet the thistle stitch. Now, just so you guys know, this isn't a totally beginner stitch, but if you're an advanced beginner, in other words, you know your singles, your doubles, and your chains, you can absolutely handle this. It combines loops, clusters, and single crochets to make little flowers that pop off your fabric. And if you don't know, I do have a couple of videos out there that shows you how to do the popcorn stitch. That is the stitch that we're using for the thistle part. And I do have a couple of stitches out there that are a couple of videos out there that do show you how to do the single crochet. And I did recently put out a video that shows you how to do the loop stitch, which is very similar to what we do here with the leaves. So if you want to, you can go ahead and check those out and then maybe come back and visit this video, but I will be able to show you how to do it in this video, okay? Okay, before I go too far, you are going to need at least 2 colors. Well, I suppose you could do it in 1 color, but I'm going to be doing this in 2 colors because it does make it fun to give that just that clear distinction with the leaves versus the flowers, okay? All right, so to start with, we're going to do a chain in multiples of 10 plus 9. And then you do need to do 1 turning chain. So I know, math again, crochet loves math. I just follow along. So for for row 1, I've already done a chain of 12. Okay, and we're going to work single crochets across, but here's the rhythm. We're going to do a single crochet 4 times. We're going to chain 8, skip some stitches, then single crochet again. You'll see the little spaces setting up where our thistles still will bloom, okay? All right, so let's get to it. So we're going to do a chain, 4 single crochets in the second chain from the hook. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then in the next stitch, we are going to crochet chain 8, and then I do it slightly different than what the instructions say, and it says to do a single crochet. I prefer the slip stitch instead of the single crochet. So we're going to do a chain of 8. Oh, whoops, hold on a second. Forgot, you got to do the single crochet first in the next stitch. Then you're going to do a chain of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this would be where I said the instructions say to do a single crochet, but I'm going to do a slip stitch in that same stitch instead of a single crochet. Then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slip stitch in that same spot again. One more time. We're going to do it 3 times total. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more slip stitch. All right, now we're going to do a single crochet in, I believe it is the next 5 stitches. Let me double check. It's a good thing I double checked. It's actually in the next 9 stitches. So now that one loop right there, it kind of got a little small. while we were putting everything in that one stitch. So you kind of got to make sure you don't miss that one. So then we're going to do a single crochet in the next 9 stitches. And I've got some yarn birth. So you guys get to see my yarn birth here in a second. So there's 2, 3, 4. Hey. Me and my yarn birth, I'm telling you. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I'm going to check to make sure that I still have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then we're going to do a single crochet, chain of 8, and then a slip stitch, chain of 8, slip stitch, chain of 8, until you've got 3 loops of 8 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's all going in that same space again. So we're going to do a slip stitch in there. And it is kind of a little bit awkward because you're playing around with these loops. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do a slip stitch again in that same space. Yeah. Get out the way. Get out the way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And as you can see, this row is basically you're laying down the garden soil. We're planting the spaces for the flowers to grow. How about that for some metaphors, huh? All right, so now that we've got those 3 chains of 8, we are going to do a single crochet in the next 4 stitches, or in the next 4 chains. Now remember, we kind of shrunk that one chain right there as we were crocheting in that one space. So we've got to be a little delicate and make sure that we don't miss it. Trust me, I did. And I had to redo my row several times before I got it right. There's 3 and 4. And at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to snip this off and we're going to switch to a different color. Okay, so we're switching that color here. And then we're going to chain 1. I switch the colors because it really does make the flowers pop. We chain the 1 and then we're going to do a single crochet in each stitch across. We do skip the chains here, okay? So, and this is what I do is I make sure that I have the count of 19 in this first row, because you remember we chained 20, but we're going to actually have 19 stitches that we need to have in order for this to work. All right, so there's 4. We're going to push those lovely leaves to the front. We skip across those. There we go. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and I like to count them just in case, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yep. Okay, so we're going to go in here, skip those leaves, and yes and no, it is going to be fiddly at first, but you'll get used to it. You will. I promise you will. Okay, I'm going to finish this row here, and then I'm going to double check my count on my stitches, because that is so important. I cannot express how important it is to make sure that your count is correct on this. Okay, here comes the fun stuff, right? All right. So now we're on row 3, so we're going to chain 1, and we're going to single crochet in that first stitch. And this is where we are going to pull our loops into the mix of things, okay? So I like to think of this as the magic row. So like your flower garden just bloomed all at once. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to get it so that the first chain on the right hand side, and then the second chain on the last chain on the left hand side, that we get those chains so the braid is looking towards you. Get it so it's nice and even. So then we're going to grab that loop. I'm going to pull it up here to the side. Let's see, which way do I want it to lay? I think I'm going to have it lay that way. And in this stitch right here, the single crochet, and in the loop, we're going to put our hook through the loop and in that single crochet. And we're going to do a single crochet across both of those. Then we keep going. Then I believe this is 5 single crochets. Yes, we're going to do single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the next stitch, we're going to take that loop on the left hand side, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to grab that loop and the stitch behind and single crochet over both of those. Then we do a single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. We're going to pull these loops up and over, up and over. And we are going to pull that to the side. We're going to turn our braids toward us. We're going to single crochet over top of the loop and the top of, or in that single crochet. Then we're going to do another 5 double crochets. And we're going to pull up that left loop. Make sure our braids are pulled toward us. And then we're going to single crochet over the loop as well in that stitch. Then you should have 1 single crochet or 1 stitch left here, and you're going to do a single crochet right in that stitch. And why is that in? Well, it's kind of in the way, but that's okay. We're going to weave those in later. And there you have it. You have your top part of your leaves done, or your 2 side leaves, I should say. There we go. And then the next stitch, or the next row, that's row 4, we're going to chain 1, single across all of them. So it's just going to be 1 single crochet across the entire length right there. There's 1. Well, I'm not going to count them, but you do need to make sure that you have 19 single crochets. I'll let you do that on your own. And I will be back for row 5. All right, are you all ready? This is the drama row. This is the exciting row. I like this. This one's actually my favorite row. So we're going to chain of 1, turn our work, and we're going to single crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in this next stitch, we're going to kind of sort of do like we did with the other leaves. We're going to make sure that we turn our braids so that's kind of, you know, all facing one direction. And in the next stitch, we're actually going to do 6 double crochets in this stitch, and we're going to crochet them over the loop. Okay, so we're going to do 6 over that loop and in the next stitch. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This gives it that full puffy look, and we're going to keep repeating that. The flowers are going to be popping everywhere, but to finish the popcorn, you're going to take your hook out. We're going to pop it into that first double crochet that we put in there from front to back. We're going to grab our loop, put it on the hook, kind of tighten it down just a little bit, and pull it through that stitch. Then we go into the next stitch and we're going to do a single crochet. We single crochet in the next 9 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then the next stitch we're going to grab that leaf or those chains, make sure those braids are facing all out. Then we're going to do another 6 double crochets over this loop and in that stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pull that up just a little bit, remove your hook, grab that first stitch, that first double crochet, insert your hook from the front to the back, pull a loop back through, and you've got another popcorn or another flower and a thistle. Then we're going to do a single crochet in the next 4 stitches. I don't like mine to be really fat, so I kind of snug it up just a little bit. There's 2, 3, 4. As you can see, this is where your thistles go from wallflowers to drama queens. Like I said, this is my favorite row. So this row, we just chain 1 and then we single crochet all the way across in every single stitch. But we do need to double check at the end of the row to make sure that we have a count of 19. Okay, so let me do that real quick and we'll come back and make sure that our count is correct. Okay, so I have already counted mine. I do have 19 stitches, and this is where we are going to switch our colors again. We're going to go back to my green or whatever color it was that you wanted. I suppose you can still do the same color if you want to. I mean, that's completely, totally optional, up to you. And then we're going to do a repeat of sort of how we did that very first row. The only difference is you'll notice that you want to alternate your flowers. So you see on this swatch, I have one here, 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 and here, right? So we want to alternate our rows so that our flowers aren't going like they're not in the same vertical row. We want to make sure that it's different. So when you are switching it, you're going to add 5 single crochets. So this particular row, so we're going to do a single crochet, 4, and then another 5 times, do 1, another 5 times, and then another 4. Okay? And then you'll go back to the way it was once you do another row of the flowers. or another, what, 5 rows. You repeat the rows until you get to all that through the whole series of 6 rows. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to add 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're going to repeat that whole thing again. You're going to do the single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then slip stitch in that same stitch. Do another 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, slip stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Do another slip stitch. And there you have it. You have the start of your next row of flowers. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then finish it off with another 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll notice that a majority of the time I will actually weave in my ends as I go, basically just by crocheting over my yarn. There you go. So, and you're just going to keep repeating rows 1 through 6 until you get to the size that you want. And then don't forget that you do need to offset it by 5 stitches on each side. So the next time I will do the regular row where I just do 4 single crochets and then right here, and then alternating them back and forth until you get to the size that you want. The thistle stitch is perfect for when you want texture and pattern all in one. It looks complicated, but it's really just singles, chains, and a few clusters dressed up as flowers, as you can see. And the best part, you can work it in any yarn weight, not just fine thread. You can do it in regular worsted weight, any colors that you want. You could alternate the colors, or you can do it all in one same color. If you enjoyed watching this flower bloom, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and check out my playlist for more fun lace and textured stitches. Until next time, let your stitches bloom big, and happy crocheting.